This week on Dream Weddings.
An epic Halloween wedding.
Remember, it's not a Halloween party, it's a wedding.
Welcome to your dream wedding.
I could cry.
My groomzilla.
We not only have the A-Team, but now we have Martine and Dream Weddings to help us.
Danielle and I met. I was working at a local bar restaurant and someone ordered a BLT sandwich.
So I looked over to see who the cook was, and I'd seen him, and it was like a light shined upon him. Like I was meant to see this guy.
I knew as soon as I saw her that that was the woman that I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with.
We chose October 31st, not just because we're big Halloween buffs and we love Halloween, but we chose October 31st because of Ryan's grandparents.
Just how they would talk about each other, how one would miss the other when the other one wasn't there. That really was a true love with them. That really doesn't happen much anymore, you know?
I'm so excited. That couple doesn't know that I'm here, and we're gonna surprise them and telling them they're gonna be on Dream Weddings. Come on.
Order until Deb gets here.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Hi guys. Do you know why I'm here?
No.
We have chosen you to
Awesome.
be on Dream Weddings.
For real? Serious?
Yes, of
Awesome,
course.
That's awesome.
And it's a little surprise.
My
BLT.
Guys. Obviously, this is not your BLT.
Right.
I could cry.
Don't do that.
No.
It was super exciting to see him, and it's awesome that you guys picked us for Dream Weddings, man. It's incredible.
Some little bistro surprise! Hi, friend. How are you?
So, we have chosen your nephew and Danielle to be on Dream Weddings.
I was just like over the moon happy. Like I saw Martine and it hit me. I'm like, oh my God, they were selected, and I cried. Thank you. They're gonna be, it's terrific. Couldn't have picked two better people.
Deb, we have hundreds of applicants, and we have to look through them. And there's so many great candidates, so many, but when I heard their story, you know, and why they're getting married that particular day and everything, it was truly special. They're unique, as you can tell, and everybody in this world, sometimes we judge people by their cover. We shouldn't do that, you know? And
They are
that's
the
why,
perfect example.
exactly, and that's why we have you here, because we want to create your dream come true.
Appreciate it. It's awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
The wedding has come leaps and bounds over what I wanted it to be from the beginning to what it is going to be now. I originally wanted it to be costume wedding. Since Deb and Danielle have been talking, they kind of pushed aside my dream of that.
So what is your theme then?
Elegant Halloween, kind of like a masquerade theme is what we're shooting for.
Remember, this is an event. It's a wedding. It is a big party, yes, but we don't want the Halloween aspect to be overwhelming and take away from the bride and the groom. They're all excited about skulls and Halloween and red and black. And I'm very confident of what we can do, but how are we gonna pull this off for a wedding? Remember, it's not a Halloween party, it's a wedding.
We were going to go to the District Justice of Peace, and we came to Deb and said, hey Deb, we're going to go to the District Justice, and she said, no, you're not. You are not going to do
The
that.
fairy godmother
Yes.
arrived.
You are not going to
You're gonna have your little one.
Exactly. Grandma would not be happy with that.
Why are you doing this for your nephew?
because I love them both so much. They are, they're incredible. He's waited a long time to get married. Never truly been in love until he met Danny. And it's the most incredible thing to watch. You know, he lost his mom unexpectedly. And so I'm getting to, you know, she was a good friend of mine. I'm getting to take care of him for her. It means a lot to me.
There's no Ken and Barbie in here.
Right.
But it's okay to to have tattoos, to look with his hair, to have your experience, because you guys are people. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We will make the impossible possible for your dream wedding. So, cheers again to your dream wedding in a month. Thank you very much. My fairy godmother.
Fairy godmother, I love that.
We're gonna visit our friends at Warren Jewelers here in Lancaster. So I just want you to go and see jewelry, that's all. Nothing else, we're just having fun, you know, and I'm not sure if they're gonna have sculpts or anything like that. But they might do other things in there that you might be interested in.
So I wanted to show you a little bit of what we do here at Warren Jewelers, and part of that's our design studio.
This is amazing what you guys do in here. Once again, I keep repeating, you know, everybody has a traditional ring with a diamond, blah, 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 blah. But you're customizing something that a lot of jewelers don't do it.
No.
You do?
No. This is another idea for bands.
Oh my gosh.
I like that.
You could just see Ryan's face. He just smiled from ear to ear. And I'm standing there and I'm thinking, oh my God, they need to have those. So the bottom line is fairy godmother Deb, Auntie Deb, is saying that they really, really do love this. And I think we would want to do this, figuring out how it works for them, okay? As a wedding gift from me.
Well, we've actually got it covered.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, don't hug me, hug her.
On behalf of Warren Jewelers, that is from you.
Thank you.
Oh, good
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
We do this every day. We give surprises every single day, from the cake, from the linen, to this, to this, to this. But a piece of jewelry that they're gonna keep forever, for me, that's a surprise.
Welcome back to Dream Weddings. We've been with Danielle and Ryan, whose Halloween wedding is only 3 weeks away. I headed over to the venue to meet with their wedding designer, David Everett from JDK. It's time to talk details.
We know pretty much what a little bit of the details are, but a lot of it's going to be us, you know, being shocked the day of.
Yeah. It's the raw bones of a beautiful event space, and we'll easily be able to turn it into that Addams Family avant-garde Gothic wedding mansion dining room.
Okay. Dave, let's talk about all the little details.
The little details are going to be off the hook.
Big details.
Oh,
obviously.
big details, very big details. We really want to transform the space, and there's so many different ways that we could go with this design concept. So, you know, since you and I collaborate so many times on these big, magnificent weddings, you know, I want to see what you think on really specifically the backdrop for the ceremony, because that is such an important spot that really starts telling the design concept for the event.
So for me, it's gonna be like, okay, let's do this, let's collaborate, but let's also in a way sort of teach our viewers, okay, you know what? This color matches with this, but we can do this here, we can do that there, because they don't know. They think that every color has to be literally, one of my words are vomiting everywhere.
Yeah.
And you really don't have to.
With some linens here with the claret with the fishnet overlays, and then the back wall behind the bride and groom, behind the cake, and that whole back wall is going to have breakup patterns on it in the format of like the design of tree branches. I love having lighting within the event space. Lighting design is really how you create an atmosphere within the event space. Really that avant-garde and Gothic design concept that's taking place within the Addams Family Mansion. So this space is just the perfect spot to make that come to life.
It's an ample space. You have a lot of
Yes.
space in here to work with.
You've got a lot of ground to cover. Every wedding has its challenges. Every wedding has its obstacles. But that's an opportunity to really dive in and figure what the client wants and turn a challenge into an opportunity to design a one-of-a-kind event.
I love this couple, and I'm so glad that we have chosen them, obviously, and then I have chosen an amazing team such as David, so that way they can create their vision.
We headed over to my shop, the House of Clarendon, to talk about all the cake details.
So obviously this is going to be a masterpiece that my team and I are going to create for you. But the real masterpiece is that this is going to be suspended from the ceiling. Really? How many times have you seen that?
That's an awesome thing. If we can do it, that will be awesome.
I'm extremely excited about that. Now that's an element of surprise for me, because I don't want my cake to come down, but I'm trusting David on that. So we can actually tell him to put some roses, but I want the dark roses in here, because you're not doing a bright red.
Right.
Yeah.
You're doing sort of like the black rose, we call it. So it's gonna be dark roses in here, but and also we're going to have gardenias in the lieu of your mom and your grandmother.
That'll be pretty.
Since my mother passed, more of a tribute for her and the love that she had for me as a child and as a young adult growing up.
If anything that we touch in David Everett and the team is colossal, guess what? I'm not gonna give you a puny cake. So I have to make this huge too, because there's 2 focal points, not you. Sorry. You and the wedding cake. Everybody wants to see what you're wearing and what the cake looks like. Since you were little till now, what is the first thing you do at the reception without realizing?
Look at the bride and the wedding cake.
Exactly, without realizing. So that's why if they're creating a masterpiece, guess what? I have to create a masterpiece as well. And then we're going to finish it with your damask. And then I have a couple little surprises in there for you.
Sounds good.
Having Martine involved in it is gonna make it amazing. When people walk into that room and they see that cake, there's gonna be flashes upon flashes, because nobody's gonna ever expect what Martine's gonna pour out.
Coming up, Danielle and Ryan's big day. It's wedding time, and with every wedding, that means hair, makeup, and accessories. Let the fun begin.
Happy wedding day!
It's not about the flowers, it's not about the cake, it's not about the lighting, it's not about the music, it's about the marriage. Remember that. So when you start reciting your vows, look at him constantly and remember that moment, because that's the most important thing of the whole entire ceremony. Okay? I'll see you shortly. Love you more. Take care.
Oh my god, look at the bride's shoes. How cool are those?
So let's pretend she's in the other room. What will you tell her right now without looking at her?
What would I tell her?
Yeah.
Tell her how excited I am to marry my best friend, my lover, my confidant, my soulmate,
Cool.
and everything that she means to me.
I need to meet Dave. I'm so excited.
That bouquet is breathtaking. What a work of art. But I still had work to do back at the venue. Next on Dream Weddings, we reveal the space to Danielle and Ryan, and then the happy couple ties the knot. We've been with Ryan and Danielle, a couple celebrating a Halloween dream wedding. With all the planning done, it's time for my favorite part of the process, showing the bride and groom how we've brought their vision to life.
I think I'm gonna cry. Welcome to your dream wedding.
Welcome!
Love it.
I was blown away. And to see them all hanging in an area, it was so dramatic.
It was amazing. It was awesome. Oh my God.
Wow.
You guys.
Did you see their faces? Oh my God, their jaws were all the way to the floor. This is the best moment of our jobs.
Oh my God. That's so cool. Wow.
I think that was one of the most magical moments I've ever had with a client. I've produced many events for this family, and the reaction was more than I ever expected.
Now is the time for Warren Jewelers to deliver the custom rings to our couple. It's time for the ceremony, but first we have a special surprise for the groom and his fairy godmother.
So when Danielle walks down the aisle, I probably will cry. I'm guaranteeing that. Danielle is finally coming towards me, walking down the aisle, the woman I'm going to be with for the rest of my life.
You may now cloak the bride and bring her under your protection, Ryan.
Everything I am and have is yours. I promise to love you without condition for all the days of my life.
Wherever our path leads us, it takes us together. I will encourage and support and honor and love you, and you are my everything, and you are my ride or die partner forever.
Now share your first married kiss.
Our dad, Ever the Jokester, had a saying every Halloween. He always said, and he still says this, "I married your mother on Halloween, and then she took off her mask. And she was more beautiful underneath."
After the ceremony, the bride and groom snuck away to do just a little bit more makeup. Wow, what a dramatic first dance!
Who would have thought 2 years ago a BLT would have started a love like ours? Today we would like to thank our family, friends who helped make this day happen. Our loving parents, aunt and uncle, brothers, sisters, best friends, and everyone else that has helped us through this journey.
Literally, I think the biggest thing was the level of love and detail that went into every last aspect of this that made it not just an event, but really and truly a life moment.
It's worth every minute that I've spent creating the magic that this family and these guests will experience tonight.
What a wedding day! From the hanging mask to the candy bar, this was spectacular. It doesn't take a miracle to have a dream wedding. Just good planning, a bunch of creativity, and a bride and groom committed to dreaming big for their special day. Until next time, I'm Martine Cajas.